Hey everybody, my name is Hyperfocus, and I'll be bringing you my top three, bottom three, and my wild card picks for the NALCS summer split for week 2. Now, for next week, or for next Wednesday's show, I'm going to be doing just EU and NA all at the same time. I didn't realize how big of a mistake that was going to be until right before Wednesday night. So, live and learn. So next week will be NA and EU at the same time. So when you guys make your picks, you'll be able to account for both scenes in case you did do both NA and EU like I myself did. Unless this is probably only benefiting the people who either picked an NA specific fantasy LCS thing, which kind of makes sense now I think about it, why there's only allowed to be 8 players in the fantasy LCS. But anyway, let's get to my top 3. So arguably the most safe and the best of the top 3 so far, in my opinion, is going to be Team Liquid. They're going against Enemy Esports, who I think are a really good team, but I don't think they're on par with Team Liquid right now, and Team Liquid seems to be synergizing really well as opposed to last split. And if you don't remember, it was a mess last split. Team Liquid was a disaster. Piglet was mostly, I believe, the source of the problems, mostly just because the team wasn't able to work with him and vice versa. And there were a lot of trust issues as well, which is a huge component of a team. But Liquid's going to be going against them, the Enemy Esports team, and they're also going to be going against Gravity, who are 1-1 right now and lost to Enemy Esports, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And last split, Team Liquid split the series 1-1 with Gravity. And again, they were a mess back then, but now I think that they're pretty on par with the top teams in the league. So if you have Team Liquid members, or like somebody in my league has every single member of Team Liquid, I would actually consider starring every single one of them. They should garner a ton of points against Enemy Esports. I don't know about Gravity, but we'll see. I think they are better than both of the teams they're playing against this week by a huge margin. The second team in my top 3 goes to Team Dignitas, believe it or not. They had a really strong showing against Cloud9. I think Cloud9 kind of misplayed a lot of the game they were playing against Team Dig. It was kind of un-Cloud9 like, but needless to say, they did beat Cloud9, which is pretty huge. But for this week, Dig is going against the Team Dragon Knights, which seem to be in ruins right now after they have the 3 subs, and I don't trust that they're going to have any sort of comeback. They're going to be getting their 3 actual players, so Emperor, Ninja, and I can't remember the other guy. But they're going to be getting all those guys back after they get their visa issue solved. So I don't think they're going to be working really hard to get their synergy down. And then Team Dig is going to be going against Team 8, who they split this series last split, and Team 8's 0-8 right now. 0-8. They're 0-2 right now, so that's about it for them. I think Team Dignitas is going to have a good week in terms of point scoring. And my last of the top 3 is going to be CLG. They're going against Team 8, who are 0-2, and they beat them 2-0 in the last split. And they're also going to be going against TSM. That's kind of a toss-up, honestly. I think they're both equally skilled. But the fact that CLG is going against a really bad team in Team 8, I think they're going to be able to score a good amount of points to make you guys happy. And if they don't score a lot of points in the TSM game, then it should be okay. But I do think that's one of the better teams, because a lot of them are pretty middle of the road right now. My bottom 3 for this week is obviously Team 8 is my first one. They're 0-2. They're off to a really bad start. And Team 8 is going to be going against a really strong CLG team and a Team Dignitas team that seems to be on track right now. My second bad team, don't start them, Team Dragon Knights. I don't think they're even planning on working this problem out. I think they're just going to play these 2 games out and then get ready for when they get their 3 subs back. So I wouldn't trust them right now, even if they are going against seemingly bad teams here, like Dig and Esports, who are both 1-1. But the Dragon Knights are 0-2 right now, so I still wouldn't even trust them, honestly. And my final bad team, or team not to start because they're not safe matchups, are Team Gravity. They're going to be going against Cloud9, who are, of course, one of the best teams in NA, even with the switch out of High to Incarnation. And they're going to be going against Team Liquid, who are 2-0. They're on a roll. And even though last split they split the series 1-1, I do think that Team Liquid's on the right track now, and they are on track to becoming one of the best teams in NA, if not already. So that does it for my top 3 and bottom 3 for this week. But I was checking what the time was. My wildcard team for this week. What I mean by wildcard, my last wildcard for the EU is Copenhagen Wolves, and that didn't really pan out too well. Wildcards are a risk. They are me taking a really wild guess, and just based on last week and based on just prior matchups and stuff. So it's a risk I'm giving you. If you know you're probably going to lose your matchup unless you take a risk, this is what this is for. Otherwise, do not take this risk. Anyway, so my wildcard team for this week is Team Impulse. I think they are a really solid team. But this week they're going against TSM and Cloud9. I think TSM is a great team by all stretches, but they've been kind of faltering as of late. They did win one of their games this week, and they lost one of their games this week. So they're kind of middle of the road right now. And then we got Cloud9, who are just the same. They're still getting used to their new player Incarnation. I think that the teamwork is there. I think they just need to get used to like Incarnation's playstyle and how he reacts to their calls and such. So I do believe that Impulse is the team though, because both of these teams are kind of like wobbly right now. I think they're gonna get it together by the end of the split, obviously, because they are the top 2 North American teams from last split. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Next Wednesday's episode is going to be both NA and EU analysis. And good luck with your fantasy weeks. And I'll see you guys later.